This is Mekus with the Continence Club. I am back with a fantastic presentation. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. In today's presentation, I'm going to be discussing desires, how it plays a part in your life and the desired situation that you want, the identity that you want to become, and how to allow for your desires to ease into your life. Because a lot of times it seems like the desires you have on your heart seems to get away from you whenever you get close to it. So I'm going to make it make sense in this video. And with that being said, it's time to demonstrate. So when it comes to allowing your desires to happen, I use the word allowing deliberately because in your situation, in your current situation, it seems that all you want to do is force your desires. You want it right here, right now, and that's all you think about day in and day and night. And you find that you are slipping away each and every single day from getting closer to your desires, and it seems like something you're obsessing about and you wonder why it isn't coming to you. And so again, you want to force it in your heart to happen. And haven't you noticed whenever you do this, your desire seems to slip away from your fingertips? I'm sure this is what 90% of people go through, and this is what I went through myself. And so I'm here to just tell you to just let go and watch what happens. I know that sounds crazy to say, that might not be what you want to hear, but just hear me out. Let me demonstrate a little further. It seems like this doesn't make sense, but this is the ultimate truth. You seem to get what you want when you least expect it. Like, really think about it. Haven't you, lost your keys or something like that? And then you found that whenever you're not really looking for it, it comes out of nowhere so conveniently. This is how your desires work at a very small scale with your keys. And this is how all the desires you have in your heart essentially work. Because remember, you really are manifesting 24/7. And so I know you have some questions you might want to ask me. I know I might sound crazy right now. You might be saying, but how can I detach from more wealth when I need to pay my rent? But how can I detach from wanting a boyfriend, girlfriend when I feel lonely? Well, let me demonstrate a little further and make it make sense. So you need to know what you truly want first and foremost. If you have a desire on your heart, you really need to know what that desire is. So let me ask you, do you really know what you want? If I sat you down and asked you, right, on a confidential call or something like that, what do you want? Can you really answer that question? You'd be surprised. A lot of people really don't know what they want. I didn't know what I wanted for the longest. So now let's take a step further. When you know this, when you know what you want, it then becomes about changing you, not your reality. Let me say that again. It becomes about changing you, not your reality. You feel like you have to change something outside of you. You feel like you have to force something to happen outside of you, chase something outside of you, when in essence, it all starts with you and it ends with you. This is why identity shifting is so important. This is the reason why I have made the content that I do and created the Continence Club, because I want to help you be able to make that internal shift that's necessary for you to achieve your desired situation. So instead of allowing your desired situation to want you, you want it. Yes, I want you to read that again. Instead of allowing your desired situation, your desired identity to want you watching this video, you want it instead. And that's the reason why you feel so stagnated, is because whenever you want something, you're technically not in vibrational alignment with it, because you actually are admitting to the fact that you don't have it. So how do you expect to get it? Yeah, it gets deep. So you're denying your desired situation and identity when you lead with the mindset of wanting. Lead yourself with the mindset of becoming. That's the reason why I say it so much, and I'm going to say it again. We chase characters and not goals, because when you chase character, you're going to naturally allow for your desired situation, your goal, or whatever it is, to come to you. Right? So you don't want that boyfriend, you don't want that girlfriend, you don't want that house, you don't want that car, you don't want that promotion, you don't want that health, you don't want that money in your bank account. Yes, you read that correctly. You want the feeling that it gives you. You want the feeling state that each of these things give you. This is why it's important to put yourself in that feeling first to allow the desire to manifest. So you don't want what you desire, but the internal state that you believe it would put you in. You want how your desires will make you feel. You want the feeling of everything that it is that's on your heart and your mind. You want that feeling of fulfillment, of wholeness. That's what you really want at the deepest levels. And again, you don't want that water. You want to feel hydrated and satisfied. You don't want that penthouse. You want to feel accomplished, secure, and proud. You don't want more wealth. You just want freedom. You want to feel relieved. You want to feel secure. You want to feel proud, right? So what am I really trying to tell you today in this demonstration? What I'm really trying to emphasize to you today is to remember all you really want is frequency. We're all frequency. We're all materialized frequency. Everything in life is materialized frequency. Everything in life came from the unseen first. And all you really want is a different state of consciousness than you do now. This comes from identity shifting, and this is why shifting your identity, who you are, is so crucial, so important to bridge the gap from going to your current situation to your desired situation. You want a different state of consciousness from your current situation. That's what you really want deep down. And so, how would you feel when you materialize your desired identity and situation? I really want to ask you that question. I really want you to think about this. How would you feel when you materialize your desired identity and situation? I'm here to tell you that you need to feel that way right here, right now. It all starts about how you feel right here, right now. It doesn't matter about feeling that way whenever you get it, right? It has to happen right now so that you can allow for that desired situation to happen. You see, because the universe interprets you wanting something as you not having it. So for that reason, you're in the frequency of not having it. So how can you really expect it? You know, let me say that again. The universe interprets you wanting something as you not having it. So for that reason, you're in the frequency of not having it. So how can you really expect it? Because on a universal level, having means to vibrationally possess it, right? But you're thinking from a lower state of consciousness. You're thinking from such a humanistic standpoint, because on a humanistic standpoint, right, having means for you to physically possess it first. So you feel like you have to physically possess or have whatever it is that you want to feel some type of way, when in reality, you need to think on the higher planes of existence, on that universal level, meaning that you have to vibrationally have it first. You know, it sounds pretty counterintuitive, but that's really the natural state of thinking, and it's not your fault that you think that way, because we've been brought up, you know, invertedly, right, to really think completely opposite of how the natural world operates. So to vibrationally possess your desire, you must align with it through your attitude, through your frequency, through your state of consciousness, through your perception, through your paradigm. You know, that's why I talk about these all the time, and I'm going to continue to talk about it, because all of these things go in tandem with shifting your own identity. So to put it simply, it's never been about changing your reality. You're starting to really understand this now when it comes to allowing your desires to happen. It's not about changing what's happening outside of you. It's about realizing that feeling a certain type of way will get you what you want, because you already have it within. You have to feel how it feels to be the person that you want to be, have your desired situation, and you work from there. So this is why I need to tell you from this moment forward, a key takeaway for you is to immerse yourself in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Because when you immerse yourself in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, the less you'll need that external desire. And that's how you truly detach and receive your desire. And this is the law of assumption. I've talked about the law of assumption in plenty of my videos. And this is another way I'm going to demonstrate it to you today, so that you can use it in order for you to allow your desired situation to come into your life. And you know, it's all frequency when it's all said and done. So you just need to tap in and become the frequency of the person that you want to identify as. And when you do this, any desire, any goal, any material possession, any circumstance, any opportunity will flow to you, because you are already in that frequency state of having. And with that being said, that's the demonstration today. This is Mecklus with the Continence Club. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you on the other side. Until next time, keep going.